Hey, what's up everybody? Mad Dog here with another PSO 2 video that's going to really probably be pretty long. Last time I did a video on Zieg's weapon shop, it took a minute, but this one I believe is going to take even longer, but I know there's going to be some stuff going to miss, and that's inevitable. There's just a lot to cover. So before I get into the shop, I just, as always, and this will be more important than ever, a disclaimer, just to let everyone know who watches this video, here, now, the present, future, whatever. As far as I've been seeing it with Zieg's weapon shop in episode 4 right now, things are different between the shop in JP and the shop in NA. So, gonna throw up a disclaimer and say stuff can change. Some weapons will be there, weapons won't be there, items won't be there, etc., etc. Reason why I'm showing you this stuff is what we can potentially have in episode 5. Now, a good huge chunk of it will be here, just as episode 4 Zieg shop was, except ours doesn't have old type weapons, in which who the heck uses old type weapons? Be a massive reason why they're not in the game currently right now. So when you start up episode 5, there's gonna be new items, and they're called crest, and there's 3 types. There's the Conqueror's Crest, which is the lowest one. There's King's Crest. No, I'm sorry, King's Crest is the lowest one, and then there's Conqueror's Crest. I'm sorry, Conqueror's Crest, damn tongue twister. Finally, Sage Crest. So each 3 types will give you a different star. So Kings will give you 13 stars, Conquerors will give you 14. I might have those 2 flipped over, so apologies if it is flipped over. And finally, Sages will be pure 15 stars. Now, there are 14 stars currently in NA. I've seen them. Just keep in mind, you can't sell them in player shops. So once you find them, you're on your own with them. Pretty much you're stuck with them until we get an updated shop. So with the crest, you have them right here. So Sage, Heroes, Kings, and Conquerors. So I skipped out Heroes. I apologize. So with this crest, you have just 13 and 14 star weapons, some units. Again, these may be different. I'm not sure what's going to be in there. I know the spread needle is already in the game, so if you're not old school PSO, you won't recognize the reference in this weapon, especially with the Lavis Cannon and the Psycho Drive. But these are weapons that you can get with the crest, and as you can see, they're quite expensive. Generally, Sega will give these out like candy. They like to give out Sage, which is the best one. So if you go into Kings, you'll see that, you know, this is a lot of stuff from episode 5. The Demonia set is straight from episode 5. So all the weapons actually look really cool and stuff like that. And then you can down trade from crest. You know, 1 crest will give you 2 crest and such. So they might be extremely different than what, you know, we're gonna get. I just hope they have a lot of similarities, because there's a lot of really neat weapons and such from this. And I really hope Sega of North America puts descriptions for the weapons. I'm very tired of seeing this weapon's equipable as a rod or as a sword. I mean, you have the game files, just translate them. I mean, the tweaker does it. Why can't Sega do it? I don't get it. But again, Hero's Quest, Crest, there I go again. It's the same things as episode 5 weapons. Very old school PSO weapon, I like that. And a lot of 14 star stuff. There is another vendor, well, not another vendor, but another part of his shop that I need to show. And it will involve these type of weapons that you can get from Ultimate Quest. Again, this stuff may be different, but I just want to show you just a few things that you could get with the crest and the new types of weapons that I hope everyone's gonna be ready to get, because this is gonna be a pain. Now, I want to address one question real quick that someone had. I already answered it, but I'm gonna do it in video. And the question was, you know, do I augment / upgrade Nemesis and weapons like that? Very fast answer is yes, and I'll show you why in a second. So again, this is just trading for crest and stuff like that. Sage's crest is the nice 15-star weapons and stuff like that. So some of this stuff might be a little locked behind episode 6. I hope not, but there's a lot of episode 6 elements in these weapons, so we'll just have to wait and see. Like the Lightstream series weapons and stuff, I believe that's episode 6. I'm not familiar. I stopped playing the game around episode 5, midway to episode 5, so I'm not sure if they're part of 6 or they're just part of 5. But anyway, just a lot of 15 stars that, you know, it's got 5 slots in them, so they're good to go to throw in your own augments, and augments are going to be very important in a second. So with this shop, you're going to have certain weapons you can actually build up to. So for example, we'll go to striking weapons, and I believe if memory serves me correct, we're going to be up to about Atlas, and then we might get these at the top maybe towards episode 6. Again, I'm not sure. This stuff can change, information can change, and it gets frustrating, but as far as I know, I have Atlas weapons in there. Atlas is definitely episode 5 material. So one important thing is, when you have, you know, your really nice Nemesis weapons, depending on how you have it, or your slave weapons, etc., you can transfer your augmented abilities from weapon to weapon to weapon. So Atlas is the final form of your weapon, so to speak. But you have a lot of steps in between that. So if you haven't been saving up X cubes, you may want to start doing that now. You're gonna need a stockpile of X cubes. So as you can see, there's different types of Atlases. There's just the standard one that's just not upgraded. Then you have the X version, which is the final version and stuff like that. And they require the Chrono Stones, which are notoriously hard to get. Either have to get them through titles or wait until some event to get them, because usually the title gives you like 1 or 2 of them, and they usually will have an event or like a limited event where you can get like X amount of one item and you can trade it in for the time key or the liberate unlocker and stuff like that. So the swords usually just have a long line. You start from one sword and then you work your way up. So for example, for Austere Caliber, you're going to need all these weapons. 400 X cubes, slave and nemesis weapons, and then Ares weapons, and then an Austere Caliber to get this. So, but again, Austere Caliber's old type weapons won't be in the game. So this is a quote-unquote period 5 version of the weapon. So again, they might not be in the weapon because the austere weapons from Profound Darkness are in the game, as far as I know. I've never seen one. They never been up on market, anything like that. So all these weapons here, as it says, weapon will carry over the following: grind, element, special abilities, photon color, owner registration. So from point A, like your very first weapon that you get grinded up to get up to one of these weapons, will carry over those augments you have. So you don't have to reapply the augments, because if you were to buy these weapons by themselves, you know, no slots. And I can imagine they're painful, especially at 15 star. So make sure the weapons you want to carry over with your new augments, get them as best as you can, and then you can get them up as far as you can. And then when you finally reach the final weapon, it'll have the augments you have from your very first step. So it's a lengthy step. I'll go over this in greater detail in a future video. But yeah, if you're wanting things to do, yeah, there's things to do. Trust me. Episode 4 is going to have a lot of content. There's going to be a lot to do. So between all the other stuff I haven't gone over yet and everything like that, yeah, there's a lot. So right here, this is just, I believe this is this is episode 5. So this is just Chevelle stuff that will upgrade the Chevelle stuff for unlocking it. There's other vendors that will actually help you with this stuff too. And like right here from this set here, I don't know if it's going to be in the game. If they might just be waiting for this episode, but like all the fragments you've been getting, you can get them from here. So you can take all the fragments you've earned and then get one of these weapons. Again, I don't know. I'm not sure, but a lot of the stuff wants the old type weapons, which again, we don't have. So they're gonna definitely change that up quite a bit. And then these units, of course, they're not in there as well too. So there's a lot to his shop when episode 5 opens up. A lot, which is a good thing, because it actually gives you something to kind of get up to. So if you're tired of using your nemesis weapon, like I am, tired of using them, you know, I want something way better. Well, episode 5 is going to be dropping 13, 14s, and 15 stars on it like crazy. So it's going to get really good. And then you've got things like the limited exchange. So this right here, these 3 items, Liberate Unlocker, the Upright Stone, and the Time Reversal Stone, these will unlock, you know, your final weapon. Like this one here, if you see me using the novel weapons, this will unlock the novel weapon, which I have 2 of these already, but in order to unlock the novel weapons, which are probably one of the better weapons in the game, for example, let me show you real quick. So yeah, so this weapon here, no, I'm sorry, Liberate. So here we go. So if you have one of the Liberate weapons, you need the sword at plus 35, the unlocker, and then a bunch of other stuff. So you're gonna need either the Hunter or the Hero X Cube, and then ultimate boosters. There's a lot of stuff. And like the Palmia, this one right here, I believe you only get these from breaking down either 14 or 15 star weapons. So yeah, and diehards are the same. I believe they're from breaking down 14, 15 star weapons, but you need either a great success to get them. And then Liberate Unlocker, of course, is just a pain in the butt to get. So you either get them from titles. I got one from a title, and then I got another one doing this event that they had a couple months ago. And then the novel sword is actually easy enough to get. There's actually a vendor that will sell these for 200. I forgot what the item was, but I can actually check in a second. And then of course, X cubes. Once you hit, right now, when you're level 80, if you hit level cap and you level up again, you do get 5 X cubes. So just keep that in mind. I'm not sure how many you get when you hit 90. It might be more, but yeah, we'll see about that. So let me show you, you know, another vendor that we're gonna have. Again, I'm not sure if this is gonna be in episode 5. It might be in 6, but so we exchange weapon badges, and then I think it's this shop here. Yeah, so here are the novel weapons. You just need weapon badge 2020s. So you may not get these. Maybe have something totally different. I'm just showing it just to show it. So it'll just pretty much show you every weapon. Now for these, unfortunately, to get them to 35, once you get them to 30, you need to grind another one of these weapons to get it a +1 until you get 35. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of changes coming to episode 5, and don't even get me started on episode 6. It's gonna be a lot to episode 6. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I know you guys are gonna have a lot of questions, and that's fine. Just leave them down below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Right now it's towards the end of August, so we should be hearing something about episode 5 next couple of days maybe. So if we do, of course, you know, I'm going to make a video on it, and hopefully it's soon rather than later, and I hope it's in September because that's my birthday month. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Questions, I'm sure you'll have them. Leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer them. So until next time, guys, peace out.